Morning. It's Monday, May 19th, and we just made it back up from the hotel up to the trail where we left off yesterday. So, short little walk up to the trail from the hotel. Had a nice rest there, got regrouped and showered, and had a nice breakfast at the truck stop cafe there. Kendall had some blueberry pancakes, and I had a waffle, and yeah, it was pretty good. So we're back on the trail today, heading north, hoping to do about almost 14 miles today, but we'll see what the terrain looks like. We should have more of what we had yesterday with farmers' fields and things like that, but for a while then we get back up in the woods. So yeah, it should be a pretty good day. It's supposed to be hot today, close to 90 today. So we're a little nervous about that, but hopefully it'll be a little cooler once we get up into the woods. So, alright, let's go ahead and take a few steps up the trail here. Just walking through this section, and all of the clematis is blooming, so it's very pretty, but very strong smell through here. Almost too much, just because of all the blooms through here, but nice and shady though. Very good smooth, easy path to walk. So weird, the different types of paths we walk on. Here it's just mowed grass. There's not even a worn footpath at all. It's just no dirt, no rocks to climb over, no trees, just grass through the fields. So it's pretty weird, the different types of trail, even just today, that will go on. Roads, footpaths, grassy fields, probably go over some rocks. We climbed over some fences. A lot of different types of trails just in one day. Now we're walking on a little different type of a path. Walking right along the edge of this river here. I tried to find the name of it, but couldn't find it on the map what the name of it is, but pretty good sized river here. And then we got road just above our heads, kind of walking between the river and the road, so it's kind of rocky and rough through here. Kendall loves these boardwalks. Now you can see why they call this one of the easiest sections on the AT. See the light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, it's cool in there.
Yeah, it is. Alright, well, it looks like we're done with the smoothest section on the trail, and we are going back up into the mountains where we belong. So it was a nice little stretch. Hopefully we didn't get spoiled too bad, but we're gonna go up and have lunch at the next shelter, which is about 1.5 miles up, but it is literally up. It looks like it's gonna be a pretty steep climb out of this valley. So welcome back to the Appalachian Trail. Back in our element again, going up stairs and over rocks. This is the way we usually spend our life. not walking through fields, but yeah, this is more what we're used to. It's a good little climb out of that town of Carlisle. Still got Kendall with me. She's down. Hey, we just stopped for a little lunch break. Passed a shelter up at the top of the hill and stopped there, and actually there were some people hanging out in the shelter, so we went past it. And really nice camp spot up there, so we just sat up there and had our tuna and crackers and snack, and yeah, it was a great time. We enjoyed that little break. It's very nice in the shade, not really that hot if we stay in the shade today. So, and I ran down to the spring and got some more water. The spring has probably only got a couple days of water left in it before it dries up, so it's nice to be able to fill up there again. And so we put our packs on and headed back, and now we're going down the same hill we just came up. Just went up and over and down the other side of it. So yeah, the trail's not too bad right through here, so we're making good time and heading towards shelter that's about 7.5 miles up that we'll get to try to decide from there, what, depending on what time we get there, whether or not we're going to stay. But there really isn't any place near there if we pushed on, so probably going to end up either having an early day, but it's still a good day, so we'll see what it's like when we get up there. So alright, let's see what we can find on the way. From high rocky cliffs back down an hour later into swampy lowlands. And it's just been one of those days where it's every hour is something different. So a little hotter down here in the lowlands, but still a little bit of a breeze blowing, so not too bad. But here is just heavier down here, but still pretty.
Wow.
Back out into farmers' fields. What a day this has been. But it looks like we just go up over and into those woods over there, so let's go take looks like we made it out of the fields and get to go back into the shade. It's a welcome sight. But there is a hill that we'll have to climb, but at least we won't be out in the hot sun when we do it. And we got our first view of the Shoshana River. Actually going to be down there tomorrow. Technically could have got down there today. It's only 4 o'clock and we're just about to the shelter, and we thought about pushing on. We could probably get down there before 7, but there really isn't a whole lot of places to stay down in the town of Duncannon, which is where we're headed. And we just had a hotel stay last night, so we're just thinking we're just going to stay up here on the ridge in the woods and camp, and then walk down to the river tomorrow, and just maybe stop in Duncannon and just buy a few little items that we need. We don't need much. So. Pretty nice little view of western Pennsylvania. It's looking off to the west from up on this ridge, so yeah, beautiful views today. The sky is nice and clear, and sunny days, so getting some views from the... Okay, we made it to Cove Mountain Shelter, and shelter's down a ways. We just opted to choose this little campsite up here. Got our tent set up, got Kindle back there, mine's here in front. I actually opted to leave the top down this evening. I'm going convertible, so I can look at the stars, but that just means it's probably going to start pouring down rain this evening, so hope not. It's not supposed to rain tonight, so I'm gonna just leave the top of my tent off and sleep under the stars tonight. But I do have the netting so that I won't get eaten by the bugs, which are actually starting to get pretty bad now that the weather's warming up. And yeah, nice little campsite here. Little fire pit and all. We won't do the fire or whatever, but yeah, it's we had a good day and had a good walk, and yeah, just and the trail was very varied today. We had a lot of flat ground, farmers' fields, but we also had a lot of hills and ridges to go up over. And then the last 3 miles or so was up on the ridge, going over a lot of rock. So once again, we're in Rocksylvania, so we're going to have to deal with that. So, but yeah, still a good day. We arrived early, and we're able to set up camp in good spirits. So, yep, we're all ready for calling it a day. So we will see you tomorrow morning. All right, good morning. It's Thursday morning, the 20th of May, and we are getting packed up for the morning. And kind of interesting sight. Kindle's up in her tent, getting ready to go. I guess it helps that it's already almost 70 degrees this morning when we get up. So, so yeah, it's a beautiful day today, and we're getting packed up and getting ready to head down the hill into Duncannon for a little bit of shopping and buy a few things. And anyway, but got about 3.5 to 4 miles before we get there, so we'll do a little hiking this morning and then get you down to Duncannon. So we'll see you up on the trail. Okay, we are all packed up and hiking out of Cove Mountain Shelter. It's a little side trail, but it's all uphill back to the main trail, so got a good little climb this morning just to get back to the trail. Anyway, sun's out, it's a beautiful day. Gonna get hot again today. The next couple of days it'll be hot, but hopefully we'll do all right today. Gonna try to push for 15 miles today. It's about the same as yesterday, but not sure what the terrain will be like. That's always the deciding factor in how far we can go. But anyway, just getting back up this hill, up the trail, and yeah, ready to do some walking today. Got out early today. It's actually 7:30. It's a little bit hour earlier than normal. We normally get out about 8:30, so that's good. So, back on the trail. That's southbound. There's the mountain, or the sign for the turnoff, and the blue blaze, which means it's a side trail. And that way is north. So, yeah, beautiful mountain laurel there. Just a gorgeous morning. Kindle saw another snake. I didn't even see him. He's Huge. Big one. There he goes.
This area is called Hawk Rock. And supposedly it looks down on Duncannon, so I'm assuming that's what we're seeing.
Duncannon's over this way.
Over here?
Yeah.
And that's where we're headed.
Going down in the town is that you have to go down in the town, and so I guess it's better than going up, but it is a long way down and a lot of steps. That must be the hill we're going up next. And a half an hour later from the cliffs, we've made it down into the town of Duncannon. So, trail came down that hill there. So we just hit the outfitter store, nice little store, and met a few of the hikers that we've been seeing along the way, chatted with them a bit, and you know, we're walking through Duncannon. The AT goes through a few towns. It doesn't go through many towns along the way, but the trail actually goes right through the town on this one. So just like in the woods, you have to look for the same little white blazes even in town. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Some places are fixed up so nice and their yards look so beautiful. It's kind of neat being able to walk through town this time of year and seeing all the cool stuff. Beautiful lilacs in bloom. I wish you could smell them. Oh, they smell so good today. And a little one too. Going under the train trestle in Duncannon, getting ready to cross the river. Alright, here's our lunch. We each got a foot-long sub. Got some Doritos chips, some Snapple juice, and the good old Dr. Pepper. Alright, now we're crossing the Susquehanna River. Well, the trail goes up the hill that way, but unfortunately there's a train parked right in on the trail, so I guess we're gonna be hobos and climb on the train. So wow, all right, looks like we're riding the train. Hey, we made it onto the other side of the train, and we're headed up into the woods. Okay, well, we got up to the top of the hill and the other side of the river, and the Susquehanna River. Made it up to about to the top of the hill. Wouldn't be the hardest climb of the day. There's still a lot of ups and downs along the way, but we survived the hardest part. So, and this is our reward for climbing that mountain. is getting to walk along the hot rocky ridge. So I'd almost rather be down in the woods hiking the hill than hiking these hot rocks. But anyway, yeah, just check the weather. It's 86 degrees with a real feel of 96 today. So yeah, needless to say, it's a bit warm, and we're grateful for every bit of shade we can get. So, but we're both doing well. We're both happy and in good spirits today. I don't know how that happened, but no, we're having a good time on the trail today. Had a great lunch at Subway, and just had a good time just sitting and resting and eating down there. And yeah, we're enjoying the trail today. So hope you guys are having fun today, and we'll see you up the ways. You know, we're still getting little peekaboo views of the Susquehanna River from up here on the ridge. So it's a good spot to view the river. And more rocks. Hope you guys aren't getting sick of rocks, because that's all we've been seeing lately. Up that way. And more rocks. Okay, we just left Clark's Ferry shelter. Just stopped there and had a nice rest, just stretched our legs and got some more water, filled up with that, drank a bunch, and then filled up with more. And now we are headed back on the trail. It's about 6 miles to the next shelter, and where we hope to spend the night. And it's a little after 3 now, so we're hoping the trail gets a little easier. If it doesn't, if we stay the same pace we've been doing, we'll get there at about 8 tonight. But if the trail gets a little better, hopefully we can get in a little earlier. So I'm hoping the trail gets better. Anyway, alright. Hope you guys are still with us. You got plenty of water with you, so we're ready to go. Alright, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and we're still up on top of this big ridge, and we are just getting lucky to have some decent trail up here. Wow. We'd had to go up and over a few rocks, but mostly it's just been like this, just flat and shady. So a couple nice views. Just had a really nice view off to my right down the river valley. So yeah, it's just been great walking here this afternoon. So hopefully we'll get into camp in good time and moving along the trail here. And Kendall got to see a copperhead snake, very first one, and I actually got to see the tail of it. But yeah, first copperhead snake on the trail was pretty cool, and luckily we didn't get too close to it. It was a smaller one, but still kind of cool to see that. And there's our views. Pretty awesome, huh? It's a long ways down there. So beautiful and green, though. River valley's over there in the distance. Real pretty. Got another snake. Not a copperhead, though. This one's just the old black rat snake. He looks like he's a little bit more aggressive than the others, though. But
Chet, please no closer.
Kendall doesn't want me to get closer.
Come on, go on.
There you go. Touch his tail. That'll make him go.
Keep going.
He's going.
Keep going. Off into the woods. Come on.
He wants to lay on the trail.
Chet.
I got my stick out. He ain't gonna get me. There you go. Slide over that way into the weeds. He didn't like that too much. There he goes. Alright. Off goes Mr. Snake. Alright, Peters Mountain Shelter, and again we're in tents tonight, so again I'm going with my top down tonight, so worked out pretty well last night, and there's zero chance of rain tonight, so we're had a pretty good day today. Made it about exactly 15 miles today, which was an awesome day. Got another camper over there, T-Bird. She has been with us off and on for quite a while now, so we're the only ones here at the campsite this evening. But anyway, we are tired after a long hot day, ready to go to bed, so hope y'all have a good evening, and have a good night.